To the Bangles, it was just another manic Monday. But to me, Monday matters right here on Gary's Stuff. Hi there, I'm Gary. Welcome to my channel and welcome back if you've been here before. Happy New Year to you. This is indeed Monday Matters. As usual, on the show, I'll be having a look at the news and rumour from around the model making world. I'll be having a look at what I've been up to on my bench, and I'll be having a look at what I'm going to be doing with the kit of the week. All of these bits, as usual, come as chapters. You can hop backwards and forwards as your heart desires. If you like what you see, please do remember Imperial thumbs up on the like button below. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell and you'll be notified of all the future videos as they arrive. And as usual, if you want to make any other support, you can do that through any of my partner programs. And first of all, a couple of bits of housekeeping. First of all, apologies to RoboTube1 for missing him off of the list of the Hall of Famers who supported the channel last year. That list was on the awards video just before Christmas. On Christmas Eve that went live. RoboTube, really sorry. Thank you, and thank you to all my supporters over the last year, be it in financial, in kind, or indeed just through moral support that you've offered me. It's been really, really valuable. Thank you so much. The other thing I wanted to say was the comments that keep coming into the channel. I love them. Please keep them coming. Let me know what you're up to. Let me know what you think. I really want to. All I want to say is I'm really sorry if I can't actually reply individually to each and every one of you. I do read every single comment that comes in, I promise you. I'll try and like them if I can, but if I don't, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not being nice. Really, trust me. I just haven't got the time half of the time, but I do read every single thing. Thank you also to all of you that pitch in with help and support for other people. You know, if someone's asked a question, if you ask a direct question, I really will do my absolute best to answer it. I promise you that. But other guys have also been pitching in and helping with opinion and experience. I'm loving that, so please keep that going. It's like a little community of fellows and friends. Finding it on the Facebook page as well. If you haven't checked out the Facebook page, please do that as well. And join in. Come and see what we're up to. Just come and have a chat. Just be nice to each other and support each other in this wonderful hobby. Thank you all. Keep the comments coming though. Now, enough of all of that. Let's crack on with the news and rumour from the model making world this week. And as you may imagine, at the start of the year, there has been a rush of new announcements. You'll remember I told you about the Revell 1/32 scale Meteor just before the Christmas break. Well, it's confirmed as an F Mark III. It's due in October, and at almost £150, it's a Platinum Edition kit, a limited edition boxing with 400 parts and sold in special packaging. Expect plenty of photo etch and a glossy brochure, and I guess we can expect a properly detailed engine at least. Another 1/32 new tool from Revell is a Messerschmitt BF 109 G6, but in a snap-together format with just 42 parts. An oddity at this scale to be sure, price yet to be announced, but should be available in March. Revell are also creating a new tool of a 1/24 scale Aston Martin DB5 from the Bond movie Goldfinger, with 90 pieces in a snap-together format and a reproduction of the original film poster. This is being released alongside other Bond-related cars, the Eurocopter Tiger and the Moonraker Space Shuttle, each of which comes with a poster from their respective film. The more conventional Corvette C8 Coupe is also apparently a new tool, due later in the year, around 100 parts and in 1/24 scale. There will also be a new tool of the Type 9C U-boat in 1/144 scale, due sometime around April. Among the more interesting of the re-releases are the Northrop F.89 Scorpion in 1/48 scale to celebrate the Scorpion's 50th anniversary, almost certainly a rebox of the 1990 tooling. A special edition of the 1/72 scale Eurofighter Typhoon with photo etch, a special booklet and a fancy new Pacific scheme like this. and a Platinum Edition kit of the International Space Station in 1/144 scale. That'll be about 75 centimetres wide, so quite a beast. That's all very nice, but I'm hoping they've kept back a couple of new tool announcements for later in the year. One thing that definitely piqued my interest from Revell was the mention of a Contactor Extra Thin cement coming out this year. Now, I use Contactor a lot. I use Tamiya Extra Thin a lot. The fact that Contactor are now going to do an Extra Thin is really interesting. Is it actually a new glue? Is it the Tamiya one just in a new bottle? I don't know. We'll find out later on in the year. Hele announced their new range in a YouTube video last week. The headline new tool is the E2C Hawkeye airborne early warning aircraft in 1/72nd scale. This has a folded wing option and is the later version with the 8-bladed scimitar propellers. The first option available will be for US Navy markings. Japanese and French markings will follow later. Hele are also re-releasing their huge Mirage 4P in 1/48th, reboxing the Kinetic 1/48th F-16 as the Dark Falcon, and bringing back the 1985 1/72nd scale Super Constellation. All of these, I think, will be in pretty high demand. ICM has announced a few new tools for 2023 already. For me, the highlight is a new B-26 Marauder in 1/48th, due towards the end of the year, not to be confused with the Douglas B-26 Invader they already have in the range. There'll also be a new CH-54A helicopter in a range of variants at 1/35th scale, the Ukrainian Kozak 2 vehicle in 1/35th, and plenty of new figure sets. To keep the machines busy, there are also updates to the 1/48th Heinkel 111 with a Paravane version. The 1/48th Junkers 88 will be sold with the torpedoes and ground crews, and the Gotha 242 from last year will get engines and will be released as the Gotha 244. Miniarts are their usual eclectic selves, starting with a conventional 1/48 scale P-47 Thunderbolt in a couple of versions. There's a basic set and an expert set, allowing for an exposed engine and the gun bays in the wings. They're also releasing a new PAC-40 75mm anti-tank gun, which can be deployed or can be run on the trail. You'll even be able to buy it with a tractor and crew. This armoured bulldozer has diorama possibilities written all over it, and there's a new T-34-85 coming in 1/35th scale. They go slightly a bit more off track with a British Type B armoured lorry from World War I. Then there's this cheese delivery van, and some cheese sellers, and some bakers, a set of bookshelves, and a range of troops of the nations relaxing in a cafe, presumably at different times. Just wonderful. Do check out the online catalogue at miniartmodels.com and just enjoy the range and creativity they have on offer. Kinetic will be releasing a brand new 1/48 scale kit of the Canadair CT-114 Tutor jet trainer this year, a very underrepresented type and famous for the Golden Centenaires and the more recent Snowbirds display teams many of you may have seen on the show circuit. Italeri has already announced a 1/32nd scale kit of the Macchi Castaldi 202 fighter, so that's expected very soon, as is a new tool of the single-seat version of the AMX fighter in 1/72nd scale. Other Italeri releases will be announced very soon. Eduard has already announced its big new tool for the year, the Messerschmitt Bf109 in F, G or K versions at 1/48. This has generated a lot of interest. I really hope it lives up to the hype. You'll remember me telling you the news from Telford that DB Model Kits is making a 1/48 scale Supermarine Scimitar kit this year. Well, they're now looking at producing a 1/32nd scale Hawker Sea Fury as well, probably for early 2024. Given that they're already in the process of making a 1/32nd scale de Havilland Hornet, you'll understand why people are talking about DBMK as the new superkit specialists. Look out for my interview with Will Packard of DBMK very soon on this channel. And finally, for the moment, of course, Airfix are making their big range announcement on Tuesday, 10th of January at 4 p.m. UK time. I'll be back with a full review of what they're planning on Wednesday and a chat with the boss. And so, on my bench, well, there's been a lot going on, actually. I've been continuing with the 1/24th scale Spitfire. I've now converted that to the FR Mark 9 with the addition of a camera and the port here. There's going to be a door for it as well. That's the subject of the next video in the series, which will be around very soon, in the next day or two. There is also a video of the Folland Nat, which is the gift set Folland Nat from Airfix. I've made that, done a video about that as well. And of course, if you haven't seen them over the Christmas break and Christmas and New Year break, we had the 12 Planes of Christmas. Started with the Hawk and Nimrod, ended up with the British Aerospace Sea Harrier. All the aircraft were used by 800 Naval Air Squadron, but there's a whole range of odd things in there. Skewer and Rock and the Attacker, the Fulmer. Some planes you may not have heard of before or really don't know much about, but have a look. They're short little things to watch. They're quite fun if you haven't caught them yet. So that's what I've been up to. At the end of each of those videos, incidentally, I've put on some kits that I've made in the past before YouTube. Some of them are looking a bit like they need to be remade, but then I have also got a whole lot of stuff here waiting to be made, and that brings me on to, of course, the kit of the week. And as you might expect, the kit of the week continues to be this glorious 1/24th scale Spitfire. Now, next jobs are putting the wings together, putting the wings on. Then it'll be paint, be painting the fuselage and doing some weathering, things like that. The markings are all going to be sprayed on. I've got some masking sets for it. Rather than using really big decals, I'm spraying them on. I think it's going to give much better detail and gives a bit more easy to weather where the decals are as well, or would be. Then, of course, after that's the engine, and then finishing it all off. So there's a couple of videos left to go. No, 2 or 3 at least videos to go in there. In the meantime, I will be building some other kits as well in between doing the Spitfire. So the Spitfire ones will be spread out, but there will be other kits in the meantime. Keep an eye out on the channel for those as they come up. So that's it for the moment. Do please keep coming back to the channel. Keep watching the videos. Anything you like, remember, Imperial thumbs up on the button below. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and you'll be notified of all the new videos as they turn up. In any case, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.